guys, so I'm filming from my bedroom on the floor, facing a window because I wanted natural light today. And yeah, I thought I would just go through just do like an updated makeup routine and just catch you up on my life and how it's been going, like post Bazaar brides and post busy schedule, and just speak about like some of the challenges that I've been faced with. For example, in the makeup industry over here. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through like a bit of a makeup routine. Okay, so what I'm gonna start out with first is I'm going to go to my eyeliner, and the reason why I'm going to do this first is because I don't always like to touch this area after I've done my foundation and my concealer and my skincare. I don't like to press too much to get into my eye. So this is my eyeliner. It's a MAC Color XS gel pencil, and it's supposed to be waterproof, but yeah, I don't feel like it lasts in the waterline. I do have extremely watery eyes, but yeah, it definitely does last on the edge of the waterline. So I do try to really lay it on the edge, and it's like this really brown shade which I feel like it really pops my eye. Yeah, so I just wanted to speak to you guys about, because I've been getting questions about am I missing working on weddings, don't I miss working all the time. And I have to be honest with you, the last year that I was working, my schedule was so intense that I don't even know how I survived. I'm actually going to insert screenshots of what my calendar looked like, but I was juggling married life, I was juggling filming for the online school, working on weddings, doing bridal trials, and trying to fit in a social life because I'm also human. Okay, I'm applying color corrector now with a brush. I would do anything from 4 to 8 brides a weekend, and those brides would have multiple looks each, right? So, I'm using the under eye hydrating primer from ColourCorrect. Now you can imagine the last few months in Riyadh. Now I've been here since February. It has been such a pleasure because I've had much less stress. I've just been focusing on my online school, promoting it. I'm happy to announce in the last 10 weeks we signed 12 students, and it's been going really well. I'm really happy with the product. I've got some amazing online students, and I've got the first 4 girls that should be graduating soon on the online school. So I'm just brightening up the center of my face with Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless in the shade 190, and this is just giving me some extra coverage. It's not a concealer, but I'm using it as a concealer, and I'm also using it as a cream highlight in the center of my face. Yes guys, people ask me, do I miss doing brides? What I want to say is I absolutely loved doing brides, and I loved my brides, but I really put my all into every bride and every bridal trial and every workshop. I really put my all into every job, and I did that for 10 years, for 10 seasons, and I just feel there comes a time in your life where you need a change, and this was the perfect time for me. I just don't miss it because I feel that part of my life, that chapter in my life has really ended now. It's closed on a good note. I did my best, I gave it my all, and it's time for new adventures. What is the next chapter of my makeup career? I still want to be in makeup. Whether it's focusing on teaching and pushing out or creating more online courses. At freelancing on the whole, it's not really something that I feel I want to do anymore. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not going to go out of my way to pursue it because I really did it for so long, and I just feel I'm on to the next chapter in my life. So yeah, I just wanted to speak to you guys about some of the challenges that I face in the makeup industry over here. So first of all, in Saudi, people don't speak English. Like, the expats all speak, and there is a big expat community. And if I do go into freelancing, I will most likely start with expats, right? But the Arab market is much harder to get into because most of the Arabs, they don't speak English. The professional ones do, like the ones that Talh is working with, and the ones that have gone overseas to study, they speak English, but the everyday Arab doesn't. So that is a difficult thing. Like, if I go onto Instagram and I DM a bunch of people, they don't reply to me because I'm speaking to them in English. So this is a very, very big barrier to enter the market in Saudi. It's not like UAE where everyone speaks English. It's not like Qatar. Qatar is like 80% expats. They're all speaking English. And Oman also. Oman, I went there for 2 weeks. Everyone spoke English. Saudi, it's like mostly Arabs. Like, I would say, I've hardly met people that have actually spoken English. Like, I have one Saudi friend, and her name is Nufi. I met her at the Beauty Expo, and she speaks fluent English, but she's grown up in the USA. So yeah, go to the gym, and the ladies at the gym don't speak a word of English. Like, it's crazy. So that is one very big barrier to entering the market here. It's not impossible. And I'm a very optimistic person as well. I'm sure that I would still be able to integrate myself into the market if I really wanted to. But it's worth noting that it's a very big barrier. And like, I mean, I'm the person that wrote the book how to be fully booked in a world full of makeup artists. And one of the strategies that I wrote in the book, for example, is that what you can do is you can network with photographers and hairstylists and other makeup artists and models. And yeah, it's hard to do that because they all speak Arabic. So yeah, so some of my strategies don't even work yet, and I kind of need new ones, which is fine. Like I said, nothing is impossible. It's also directing me in the sense that maybe this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, yeah. So also with regards to like beauty shoots, okay, so now I'm putting a cream highlighter on from iColourCorrect, this triple dimension palette. So I'm just like pressing some cream highlighter into on top of my cheekbone, like that. So I wanted to speak to you about the shoots, right? If you follow me on Zabra, you would have seen that I did do a shoot. So basically the Saudis don't show their faces here, right? Right, they're in niqab. So if they do book you for makeup, you can't take photos of the makeup. So if you booked on a bride, any type of a special occasion, or like a graduation makeup, you can't post any of your clients because they are most likely Saudi and they don't want the photo on the internet, right? So what that means is that you can't show people your work. You can't showcase your work. You can't showcase your real work. And then because they don't show their faces, they won't do this like kind of tutorial like me either, because they don't show their own faces either. So they don't show their faces, they don't show the clients' faces. So how do they showcase their work and their skills? Because they are really good. The way that they do it is that they book models, and the models all come from the rest of the Middle East, like Egyptian models, Qatari models, Lebanese models, Syrian models. The models are from everywhere else, because those girls show their faces. And because the models are from everywhere else, and because this is such like a niche market, the models charge exorbitant prices to sit for you. For example, 700 riyals to do their makeup only, or 800 riyals, or 1000 riyals. Some of the big models are like 1500 riyals just to sit for you to do their makeup. If it's a bridal shoot, it increases. If they have to sit for hair and makeup and a bridal shoot, it increases. So some of the girls can actually charge like 2500 riyals just to model for you, sit and do the hair and makeup and be in the shoot, and to get in the dress, a wedding dress, they charge even more. So riyals, just times that by 4. So you could pay 4,000 South African rands just for a girl to sit for you for hair and makeup to be your model. So yeah, so that's another barrier or another challenge that I face as like trying to like get a business set up here or get my name out here is I don't have models to collab with. None of them collab here. It's like not a thing to collab here. So I either have to so I collab with the photographers, I collab with the hairstylists, fine, but I can't collab with the model. The models all ask for payment, and yeah, it's difficult. So that means that I can't shoot as much as I want to unless I shoot myself, and I'm not the model type. Like, I prefer to be behind the camera. I'm in front of the camera today, but I'm kind of like forced into the situation now because I would love to shoot models, but I can't fork out 1,000 reals every time I want to do a shoot for Instagram. Like, it's not financially viable. Faced with working on myself and promoting my online school and creating my content, and yeah, that's what's happening now. So this is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this with chestnut lip liner, or you could use something like cork. Cork was one of my favorites in Cape Town. I just don't know where it is now. So what I do is I line the bottom lip, and then I kiss together, and it like stamps across, and that like saves me time. I love that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put another lipstick on there. I'm going to put on a lighter one. So I'm going to go in with Fleshpot. So Fleshpot looks like this. It's like a, oh, it looks, you can see I've been layering on top of other lipsticks, but it looks like something like that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's quite nude. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to layer that just to make it a bit lighter. So eyeshadow primer is just going to prolong the life of my eyeshadow. And I'm the type of person that must use eyeshadow primer because I have very oily eyelids, and if I don't, none of my eye makeup will last. So yeah, so let's just let that set in, and while that's setting in, I'm going to go to blush. I'm going to do cream blush, and then I'm going to layer it with powder blush. So I'm going back into this palette. So we have a couple of holidays lined up, and one of them is coming up soon. We're just waiting for visas. I don't want to mention anything because I don't want to jinx anything, but yeah, we're waiting for visas. And then another holiday that we are planning to do is an island holiday with all of our Cape Town friends in September. And it's so funny because we're all like super excited about this holiday. We haven't seen each other in months. Like, a lot of us, two of the couples from the group relocated to another country. So yeah, like, the group has just, like, we haven't seen each other, and everyone is going to reunite on an island, and now everyone's on a diet, and everyone's like on this strict like routine so that we can all be like beach and island ready. But yeah, it's really funny. Yeah, we're just like so excited to see our friends. I mean, Talha and I are both really sociable people, and we love spending time with our friends. We love having braais, and we love like celebrating birthdays, and so we're like super excited to see our friends again. And yeah, like, everyone's just counting down the days, and we've booked all of our flights, we've booked the accommodation, we've booked our internal flight. It's just like getting so exciting, like, by the minute. Yeah, okay, so I layered the cheek and eye matte duo from iColourCorrect, which is the powder blush, over the cream blush, and I have done this on an Instagram live before. So if you have seen those, then you would have seen this. Yeah. You know what's currently trending now is like the smoked vibe. And this is the other nice thing about being at home is, when I was on the road and I was working so much, I could not, like, it was almost like impossible for me to keep up to date with makeup trends, with video trends. And I really felt like I was just out of touch, and I felt like my work was stagnant, and like, I just felt so boring. But as a bridal artist, like, you really do need to be very classic with your makeup. Like, you can't have too many trends. But it's not like, it still affects you when you see like a trend that you have no idea about, and everyone's been doing it for so long, and you still doing like the same thing over and over. It's like, it affected me. So So yeah, so I'm just gonna go in and like put some kohl pencil over here in the inner corner, just above my crease on both sides like this. I've made like a few friends here, and it's so funny because guys, we are going into like the peak of summer here, and what happens is like everybody leaves Riyadh. So we've had so many we've had so many events this week because everybody's seeing each other to say bye. Like we went to our friends Raisa, my friend Raisa, I went to her on the weekend to just drop something off because she's going to South Africa and she's taking something down for us. But like she's leaving for South Africa until August. She's coming back in August when the school year starts again. We're supposed to leave next week. Like I said, we haven't got our visas yet. But we are also, we're only going for 2 weeks and then we're coming back. And I think we're just going to come back to a ghost town. Apparently it's going to be really nice with like very little traffic. And I did notice like restaurants have these promotions like buy one get one free, because I think they're going to struggle during the summer when everyone's gone. Okay, so I'm just like filling in some of the sparse areas on my brows. I'm using precisely my brow. I think the number is 3.5. I'm also going to put some tape on the outer edges of my eye because this is like such a huge trend right now. Just applied it over there because that's like where I want my smoked liner to end. And guys, I'm making up this look as I go along, so if it looks weird, I'll just have to figure out. But yeah, I like this light shade on my lid just to like brighten up my eye area. And the reason why the color looks so pigmented is because I did spray some Fix Plus just to like really make it pigmented. This is kind of like what I'm going for. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not the perfect cut crease because this look is not about the cut crease, it's more about the smoked liner. I'm going to take a brown eyeshadow and just line the lid here with like a thin brush. Just going along my lash line. And this is gonna be like the smoked part of the actual brown smoke, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I've recently got some students in the Northern Cape. I've got 2 students in Uppington and 1 student in Katu. So that's really cool. I'm just hoping to get more students in remote areas. So now I'm going to go in with Teddy. And I'm going to go back onto that lash line. And I'm going to go right up as well. Like up against the sellotape, because I'm gonna smudge this out. So I have lived without my mom before, when I lived in the UK. When in my 20s I lived without my mom and I spoke to her every day. And then I came home and I moved back into the house, and then at the age of 32 I moved out. I got my own flat because I wasn't married yet, and I couldn't handle being at home anymore, so I moved out there. So I haven't been living at home since I was 32. But yeah, I speak to my mom every day, most days, and I've got like the best friends. Like a lot of my friends go and they check up on my mom, and my friend Nasreen is working with my mom at the moment on her marketing, on her coaching business. And yeah, like a lot of my friends go and they like my friend Anissa, from Styled by Vogue. She had lunch with my mom and she had supper with my mom this weekend. So I'm very happy that my friends are reaching out to my mom and being there, because my mom is the one person that I worry about constantly. I worry about her every day, and she will die if she must hear me say that, because she doesn't want me to worry about her. Like, it's so terrible. Like, this is the one thing that you have to deal with, like when you live overseas, is like you worry about your parents. Like, you worry about, like, are they okay? Like, if I don't hear from my mom, then I panic, and I don't want her to know that I'm panicking, because she'll actually just kill me. Okay, so I removed the sticky tape, and now I'm just going to blend in, like, around where the sticky tape took off the makeup. But this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put some black into the lash line a little bit, just to create a bit of an ombre. I don't feel like it looks very perfect on camera, but guys, forgive me. Remember, I was never a makeup artist that worked on myself. I was the person that worked on everyone else, and I just feel like till this day I am better at working on other people's faces than I am working on myself. And I suppose it's now time for me to just like work on that. Like, it's time for me to really like start getting better at my own makeup. Yeah, Zaida is one of my best friends, and she's in Joburg. Zaida Omar. She actually flew down for my wedding last year to Cape Town. I was so happy that she came. But Zaida gives me a lot of tips for YouTube. She's on YouTube, and Zaida is such a good makeup artist. She's such a good content creator. She's such a good photographer, and like, I love taking advice from her, because I just feel like she really puts her all into her work. She takes so much pride in her work, and she's like such a huge critic of herself. So like, I will like always ask advice. And she told me already that I mustn't film in one spot in my house, because it's going to be too boring to watch. But guys, I can't do everything at once. So okay, so guys, the makeup that I've done off camera was, I added some powder highlighter. I added this Soft and Gentle from MAC. I added some loose powder from Yardley under my eyes and in the T-zone, just so that I don't look too oily. And then I also added some Fix Plus from MAC on my face, just to like add some hydration. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look. Please leave me a comment. But yeah, don't expect this to become a makeup channel. I really don't have any intention of doing that. I still want the channel to be about our relocation. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed catching up with me, that I answered your question about, am I missing doing weddings every weekend? And yeah, just me sharing like the updates of my life and the challenges I'm facing as a new makeup artist in Saudi. And yeah, please let me know what else you would like to see us film on. Oh, we are going to be filming a Q&A together. Talha and I, we're going to do that soon. So that will be up. That will be the next video after this one. But thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe and comment.